13 things I want to do in my life before I die. So why am I talking about this on a style channel? Why do you guys even care about this? Because what we want to do in life is one of the strongest drivers to actually taking action, to dress sharp, to improve ourselves, to get what we want out of life. So I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments what you want to get out of life. And maybe me sharing this with you is going to inspire you to start taking actions to become the man you know yourself to be. So as I was putting this list together, there were two things that struck me that could be barriers for you guys. Number one, money. Number two, time. Because there's a lot of things on this list, which you need a lot of money and time for. And if you are running into those barriers, I want you to go check out Ramit Sethi. I'm going to link to him here. I am an affiliate. He is one of my favorite mentors and coaches. And what I love is he's got this bucket list challenge going on. And at this bucket list challenge, he's helping you use these things that you want to do in life to drive you to basically start your own business, to find a better job, to increase your earning power. All of this, I can tell you, as I was going through and making my list, I was pretty proud that, hey, I'm 15% on the way to getting goal number one. And I'm actually measuring it. I'm tracking it because of the things I've learned in a lot of his training. So I have to give this guy a lot of credit. I love actually promoting him so much that if you buy any of his products, I will give you any of mine for free. So number one on my bucket list, I want to create a secure home for my family. And secure is pretty important because when I was growing up as a kid, it was something we grew up in a trailer park. And here's the story is basically my parents left it. They couldn't afford the payments on it. They moved to another state and they just left it there. And I remember going to visit because I stayed and lived with my aunt after that. I stayed there in Midland. And these people showed up there and they were reclaiming the trailer. And they asked me like, hey, do you know what happened to the people that lived here? And I had to say, no, I'm sorry, I don't know. And I felt like that was my home and it was getting taken off. So for me, I want to have a house that is, on 100 acres of land. Because for me to have some place that is paid for, that has like plenty of food, plenty of water, where my family from around the world can come visit me, spend months, and it's not going to be an issue because we've got guest rooms. That is number one on my bucket list. I just want to have this place because I've never had it in my household. Number two on my bucket list is to get my passive income up to $3,000 a day. So I can tell you guys it is well below that. It's actually not as much as I would like it to be. Passive income, what's beautiful about that is you're not trading time for dollars. In a sense, real estate, investments in the stock market, anything that in a sense earns you money without you having to work. And that's the beauty of being an owner. I want to make sure that I've got plenty of, and for me, it's internet properties that I'm focused on building these up, making sure that they're giving me a residual, and I want to get that up to $3,000 a day. Right now, I do a lot of advertising. I've got places where I trade time for dollars. I want to get away from that so that I can spend more time traveling, more time with my family. Number three on my bucket list, I know a lot of you guys can relate to this. I want to have a body that I'm proud and I feel great about. When I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, hey, I love what I see. And right now, I don't. I know that I need to better define this. I've talked to Ryan Masters at Sparta Strength, Tom Venuto at Burn the Fat, Abel James over at, he's got Hungry, Caveman Chef, a number of other great apps. All of these guys talk about nutrition, about, muscle building. I'm not into bodybuilding. I was a runner. I've always been a runner, but I am drawn to martial arts. So I've been trying to figure out, okay, how can I get this body by using martial arts, by bringing in some running, maybe hiking. All of this, though, is coming back to being able to look at myself, wake up in the morning, feel great, and this is becoming really important as I'm now in my 40s. Number four and number five, I'm going to kind of bring them together. I want to catalog my family history, number four. And number five, I want to spend time in Guanajuato, Mexico, living there maybe for a month and kind of get an understanding of what it was like when my father grew up in that town. He was actually born in Romita. He came to the United States when he was 10. And for me, I just want to go back there and live and just taste the foods, smell the air that when he was a kid, what it was like. And I don't know, for me, I'm drawn to that. My wife's grandmother passed away about a year ago. And what we did is, well before that, we got hours and hours of footage of her talking about when she was younger, what it was like living in her village. And you realize that you have a very short amount of time to do this. So that is on my bucket list. Number 6, learn to fly fish. So my friend Pete Sveen, he's coming out to StyleCon. This guy knows a lot about fly fishing. I think I'm going to be able to knock this one out pretty quick. Number 7 on my bucket list, I want to learn to sing. So here's a quick story. I was in choir when I was in 7th grade, and I remember showing up singing for a couple days and really liking it. And then somebody said, somebody is singing really bad over in this section. I think they pointed at me, and I took it as I was really bad. I never showed up again. I stopped singing. I've always thought I had a bad voice. And then I realized, hey, enough people on my YouTube channel said, hey, I like your voice. I like to listen to you. Maybe I should try singing. It's more of, I want to do this for me. And that's what's key on a lot of things on your bucket list. It should be for you. So piggybacking right off of 7, let's go into number 8, which is to learn the guitar or the accordion. Very closely related, because as I spent more time with my wife here in Ukraine, one thing I love about this country is that these people get together and they sing and they dance, and they've got these guitars and accordions everywhere, and I love it. So I want to learn a musical instrument that I can move around and I can basically join in with these guys and have a good time. Number 9, sticking with musical instruments, I want to relearn how to play the piano. I grew up playing the piano and I hated it. I still don't know all my chords. I never learned correctly. So I want to relearn the piano. I think that would just be great to be able to sit down, sing, play the piano. A lot of the guys I follow on YouTube are actually musicians. A lot of them, just really like Chris Camizzo. I'm going to link to him down in the comments down below. But I love just that he can sit down, he can play the piano, and he can sing. And I'm like, why can't I do that? So that's definitely on my bucket list. Number 10 on my bucket list, I want to learn how to dance. Feel really confident. Pick up 5 or 6 different forms so I can go out there and I can basic country western dance. But it's been years. And I want to start taking my wife out. My mom, I have to give her, I don't have a great relationship with my mother, but I will tell you that I respect the woman because she's always out there reinventing herself. And in the last 5 to 6 years, since her 4th husband passed away, she has been out on the dance floor as a 70-year-old woman, just having a great time. And, I have to give her a lot of props because I want to be able to live a life that I can enjoy it. Next up, I want to build a business from scratch in an entirely different industry. I want to go in and prove to myself that what I did here at RMRS wasn't a fluke, that I can have success elsewhere. And there's just so many things I want to do in life, so many things I find interesting. Why not go start a business there and make a go of it? Number 12, I want to create an entrepreneur's retreat. I just have this idea of a cabin out in the woods. I know that sounds kind of scary, but just bringing in a bunch of entrepreneurs, us leaving our electronic devices at home, not even being really connected to the web, just having regular phone service, and for us to talk about big ideas, to have a place where you can just read books, you can talk about just changing the world. Rounding out my bucket list, I want to start riding motorcycles again. So when my son was born, I stopped riding motorcycles. The reason being is I was kind of crazy on them. I would split lanes, do wheelies, do stoppies. I was in 4 accidents over a period of 7 years. So I knew that, okay, if I kept doing this, I could have some really bad incidents. But hey, when my kids are out of the house, I'm gonna get back on those bikes. I'm gonna have fun. I did the 4 corners on my bike. I would just go off for weeks, live on that motorcycle, camp anywhere, go through the national parks. I wanna go through South America. I wanna go through Europe. I wanna go explore China and Asia and have a great time on my motorcycle. So that is kind of rounding out my bucket list. I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. Let me know, what do you want to get out of life? And think about that, because that is such a great driver for improving your style, for improving yourself. And go check out Ramit Sethi. I'm going to link to him down below in the description. But Ramit has that bucket list challenge going, and I advise you just to go through it, to check it out, and hopefully it will inspire you to learn how to make more money, to make more time. We all get the same 24, but you got to learn how to prioritize, and he's got some pretty cool tactics. And you've probably heard that story about that nurse that went around. She talked to everyone that was in all these old homes, people dying, they're on their deathbed. And what did they say? They regret doing the things that they had wanted to do in life, living for other people, worrying about problems that never happened. Guys, that's, if you get nothing else from this video, I want you to have that passion, have that courage to go off and do what you want to do in life. That's it, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.